Hello, friends. How you doing this morning? I just wanted to talk about the BRRRR methodology. Again, buy, repair, rent, refi, repeat. I want to talk about this because anytime something in the real estate business becomes almost treated like I don't know if it's a law or, basically more than a rule of thumb, I kind of get nervous, right? It makes my sixth sense stand up or whatever that is. And I think the BRRRR process has sort of jumped the shark, and with everyone talking about it, everybody sort of feels like that's their path forward. I just want you to realize that while the BRRRR method is awesome, I have personally used the BRRRR method dozens of times, not a dozen times, and it works. When you have the relationships, the access to capital, the credit, you can watch the projects, all of those things, it works. And today, in a lending environment that's getting easier again, it's worked better now than it has in years. So I just wanted to talk about it because, again, while the BRRRR method is wonderful, I have used it. It works for lots of people. It is absolutely not for everyone. So let's talk about it, right? So why do I think the BRRRR method is not for everyone? Well, there are a couple of factors that really make the BRRRR method go, and thus can be restrictions or maybe qualify you out of it being the right strategy for you. First off, the BRRRR method obviously requires time. It may not be your time, or at least a lot of your time, but it certainly requires time, right? So first off, you have to find a deal, which takes time. Then you have to repair it, which is where I see most of the risk and time for some people, right? If you have a busy full-time job, we're talking 40, 60, 80-hour weeks. If you happen to have a job like I did where I was traveling around the world, if you happen to choose a market you don't live in, right? You're not 15, 20 minutes from your project and you could drive by on the way home. This first R is filled with risk. Can you minimize it? Sure. Get boots on the ground, get teams, run checks and balances, get videos, get pictures. You can absolutely de-risk it some, but all of that de-risking takes time, right? This first R, for people that are busy professionals, a lot of people that I speak with, a lot of people that follow this page or this channel, you're attracted to the BRRRR method because of the stories, the podcasts, the YouTube university you're watching. But I'm here to tell you it's not right for you. It wasn't right for me when I started. I had zero time. I had zero relationships. I had never been to my market. Now, could it have worked out? Sure. Could I have been ripped off and lost money? Absolutely. In a market like we are now, where prices have been going up for quite a while, it brings out all kinds of sharks. Inventory is really, really tight, and you start rationalizing bad or even average deals into these unicorns. And that's what really, really scares me, right? There seems to be a lot of people finding these unicorn or rainbow deals today. And while some of them certainly are, I think most of them are dogs that people are dressing up to be something else. So again, back to the topic at hand, right? This BRRRR methodology. If you have a full-time job, right, in access to capital and credit, and you're choosing a market that maybe you don't live in, or you just don't have time to manage projects, I really think the BRRRR method, because of this first R, is not for you. It just screams risk, lost time, opportunity cost. Plus a refi, a cash out refi in the future will give you a higher interest rate than a purchase money mortgage, right? There's lots of reasons why you, as a busy professional with access to cash and credit, should just buy a turnkey unit. You're going to be in the game, especially if that turnkey unit's already leased. So you can already do the math instead of, hey, it's empty, but it can get X. Well, sorry, it didn't get X. It got X minus. No. Oh, buy them already full. So again, as you start to go forward, so you're going to buy, you're going to repair, then you're going to rent. So again, do you want to buy a unit that's already rented? Do you want to leave it vacant as you look for them? Right? Vacant properties do have a element of risk because they can get visited by unscrupulous people. I have seen and had in my properties refrigerators get legs. It's really weird how they do that sometimes, or stoves on occasion. So again, things like that can happen. Then you're going to do the refi. Again, they're more expensive. I don't know if you know that, but they're at least a half a point in most cases more expensive than a purchase money mortgage. So just realize that, right? You're refining into a more expensive loan than it could be. I have investors today that are buying the properties we produce getting interest rates in the 4s, which is crazy, right? We're back to the 4s again. It's just unheard of. If you get a 4%, 4.25%, 4.5% 30-year mortgage fixed, I think you're going to be just fine in the long term. And then, of course, the last R being repeat. It's just a long process, right? If you already have a full-time job and you're already busy, do you want to run a process that can take 90 days to 150 days? Do you want to have to manage all the risk, all the people, all the costs, all the fees? Right? This could be, if this is your full-time job, go for it. Right? The BRRRR method is awesome. If you live in a market and you can manage 3 or 4 projects at one time and have access to your money or private money, I think the BRRRR method is rock solid today. But that's not most people, right? Most people have jobs. Most people, or I don't know about most, lots of people aren't investing in their backyards. So we treat BRRRR method like it's this thing that's come on from on high, when in reality it doesn't work for everyone. And that it just makes me nervous when everybody thinks it works. So I just wanted to put this out there. Again, as I started, the BRRRR method is awesome. If you live in the market, so you can watch it every day, if you have the time, if you have the cash or access to the cash, and of course, if you have the credit, the BRRRR method can get you there. But again, if you don't have time because you're busy professional and you have growing family responsibilities and time is your constraint, I would tell you not even to look at the BRRRR method. If you want to treat this as a side hustle and just get one at a time, hence the one rental at a time, maybe there's a better way to do it. So in the end, I think you need to self-evaluate, see if the BRRRR method is even something that is right for you. I think there's a lot of people wasting time today looking at the BRRRR method that shouldn't. It's just not right for you. And this is something that comes back to a lot of new investors waste time chasing shiny objects. You need to self-select and figure out what's right for you and get focused. And, if you can do that, that's great. So I would tell you to evaluate the BRRRR method based on your constraints, what's right for you and your business, your time frame, your commitments. And if you think it matches, go for it. But realize it doesn't work for everyone. And while people like to talk about in Bigger Pockets and other podcasts that it's this greatest thing, it's not right for everyone. And I thought somebody should say something. So at the end, I just wanted to put this out there. Don't know if I'm going to get some hate comments or whatnot. But again, I think the BRRRR method is great. But I also know with 100% certainty, it's not for everyone, because for some people, time and other constraints are more important and make BRRRR method the wrong answer for them. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thanks.